Question number 4. That's from Big Dave XXX. I'm not sure what the XXX is all about, Dave, but what you get onto in your spare time isn't for me to judge. And it's, how would you apply bait to a new water? Well, obviously I'm with CC Moore and I'm using their live system at the moment because it's, unlike a lot of the baits on the market, it's not a fish meal boilie. It's made primarily from milk proteins, which means it works all year round, because you find with fish meal boilies, because they're really high in oil content, in the winter they actually won't release a lot of their scent and goodness because the oil, it will just congeal in the bait and a lot of the scent, and it just won't get out to the carp. They just don't perform as well during the winter, and obviously I'm planning to fish the water during the winter, so live system's the one, and it's been doing the business for me on other lakes too, so it's what I'm confident in. I'll take it anywhere. Basically guys, if you're confident in a bait, don't switch it on a new water. If you're confident in it, just use it, because confidence is a big part of fishing. I've been pre-baiting since February. I've been using big baits in there because there's a lot of bream, there's a lot of nuisance fish, and the bait I want going in, I want it going to the carp. I don't want it getting scoffed up by bream. So I've been feeding 22mm boilies. First of all I took my marker rod round, had a little look around the lake, looked for some signs of fish. I probably did that for 7 days in a row just to find out where the fish were. Ask a few of the locals, ask the guys who are on there. Never be afraid to ask, guys. Like local knowledge, you can't, there's no substitute for it. Ultimately they're the people who've been putting the time in. They know where the fish are coming from. If they're catching, they're doing it right. They know where the fish are going to go, they know where they're going to come from. So never be afraid to ask. You'll find everyone, or most people, they'll tell you, they'll gladly tell you, they'll want to help you out. So I had a little ask, found out where the fish were, found out where they were going, took my marker rod down, had a little leather around, found a few hot spots, a few dance floors, and from then on, just at first I slowly introduced the bait, probably put a kilo on each spot, and just slowly built it up and built it up and built it up. Because a lot of my spots are in the margins, I can actually see if my bait's getting eaten, and time after time it was gone, each time. And a little tip, I actually put a little bit of hemp oil over my boilies, so you can see when the fish are on it, it's all going to be slicking up, it's going to make a big flat surface on the top of the water, and you know when the fish are over you, you know that your bait's getting eaten, you know either you're about to get a bite, or if you don't, it's maybe time to stick a little bit more in. Yeah, that pre-baiting campaign's been going on for a couple of months now. It seems to be working. They're switching onto it, they're feeding on the spots, and when I've had fish, they've been excreting the bait on the mat. They've just really been getting on it. How I actually apply my bait in a fishing situation, because I'm using boilie rigs, I want the fish moving around between each bait, so I'm not feeding really tight to the area. I want them moving around, I want them off guard. So I think if they're off guard, they're going to see, oh, there's one boilie there, they can pick it up, it's not related with any danger, no rig or anything with it, it's just a boilie there, and they might swim another 2-3 foot, there's another boilie there. And it's at that point, once they've eaten the second boilie, without associating it with any danger, that you've got them in a captive situation, and they're moving about, because they're feeding without any caution. So I spread that about with a throwing stick, and also because they're moving about between baits, they're swimming a lot faster when they're picking up baits. I think because they're not, unlike with particles, they're not just sitting on the spot, they're moving about, they're not going to be able to deal with the rig as quickly, and because they're moving off, they're going to hit the weight of the lead a lot quicker. Also, because there's a little bit of silt, there's a little bit of rubbish on the bottom, I have also been feeding some pellet on some new spots, just to get the silverfish and the bream, just to effectively polish it off, make the spot nice and clean, nice and easy to present a bait on, and just a lot more fishable and a lot more easy to fish. So I know that my bait is going to be presented 9 times out of 10. And that's all I've been doing with bait, really. Get on the live system.